So today was the day that I was able to bring everybody together and really explain to them my vision and bring them into what's been happening in my life that has led me to these songs. Until the point where I realized that this was definitely going to be tough for me, and there was going to be a lot of things that I didn't quite expect, a lot of bumps in the road that I didn't quite expect. But the funny thing is the way that those bumps, they turn into the lessons that make you, you know, like a better person. I have an incredible mother in my life. I have an incredible grandmother that was in my life. They showed me certain things about being a woman that I really want to emulate, you know, and one of the things about my grandmother was absolutely service to others in the smallest way. She might just remember people's birthday and send them a birthday card every year, but you know, that compassion and that concern is something that I saw from her from a very little girl. And so I just want to continue that legacy, you know, of compassion and of service and of really being like someone that people can relate to and can understand and say, you know what, she's just like me. And if she can do it, I can do it.
There needs to be more people unafraid to go against the grain and to be willing to lose everything for something.
That makes you realize how powerful we are. As people, we can build anything. Anything you can see in your mind, it can be created. And I just was renewed by that thought. And I came back knowing that anything I saw, anything I wanted for myself at all could be mine. And I just became much more strong. And I started to get rid of the negative things that were in my world. And I started to make changes about, you know, the way I was and the way I wanted to be. And I just changed it. I said, here's what it is, and I'm done with that. And that really made all the difference in the world. I direct in a lot of ways in my life, you know, in so many ways, you know, and so it felt like such a beautiful way to be able to bring people together and explore the human experience in a whole new way. And so in a way, it was daunting in the most beautiful way. Because I think when you're kind of daunted or you feel like you're unsure of something, it makes you rise to the occasion. Although people try to break good things up, you can't let anything break apart a good thing. You have to fight for what's good, and you can't let anyone get in the way of that.
I mean, I think we're all, to a certain extent, in control of our lives, to a certain extent. And just in regards to the decisions that we make and the drive that we have and the focus that we have and that kind of thing. But, yeah, I like to be in control of my life.
I have arrived at a place in myself that I'm comfortable being exactly who I am in this moment and sharing it with no reservations. Remember that even when we're not so good, even when we're not doing that well, we're still strong, you know, and we don't have to worry about that. Sometimes being able to admit that you're weak is the strongest thing you can do. So Superwoman is about that. It's about every woman, every mother, every person that has felt low but is not giving up.
I remember the first time a boy came to my house and knocked on my door, and she answered the door and she said, "If you ever come to my house without calling first," and she just slammed the door in his face. Right? And I say that to say that this was the type of woman who really demanded respect and really wasn't going to use anything that happened in her life as a crutch or as a reason to not be strong.
It's really great what you're doing tonight. You and your charity have really had an impact, wouldn't you say?
You know what, I feel very proud of that. And you know, when people are, you know, open to what we do is Keep a Child Alive, which we provide the medicine for children and families who have AIDS or wouldn't be able to afford it in Africa, and now we're moving into India. You know, that recognition and that ability to kind of have a voice for the voiceless is like something that really grounds me, and it makes me feel so inspired.
Mama Carol's talking about greatness today. That's something that we have to believe in inside of ourselves every moment. I became a part of it because I actually, it was kind of very by chance. And I met this wonderful woman named Lee Blake, who is the co-founder of Keep a Child Alive. And she started to tell me about the pandemic in Africa. Everyone has had their share of heartbreak and things that have, you know, moved you to understand a little bit better. And I'm no different from that. And I learn more and more every day.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a... Why did you call the album Elements of Freedom? This is nothing that interests me.
I called it The Element of Freedom because
you know, I really hear the element of freedom.
You know what keeps me holding on? Thank you for that compliment. That's a really big compliment to me. First of all, my family is a big part of that. I'm really about having people that truly love me and know who I am on the inside, around me, and I keep them very close to me. I think really being conscious about others is a very big part of what keeps me grounded.
Because I am a superwoman. Yes, I am. Yes, she is. Even when I'm a mess, I still put on a vest with an S on my chest. Oh yes, I'm a superwoman.